Hi, welcome to Writing 303, Research and Writing for Professional Programs. I am your instructor for this course, Angela Reidinger-Dotterman. This is the summer intensive session of Writing 303, so we will have a very, very busy 3.5 weeks together. The first thing that I want to point out to you in this brief video, which is just to introduce you to the course and what's going to be happening in the course a little bit, is my email address, adotterman@york.cuny.edu. If you need to get in touch with me, this is the best way for you to do so. I will be responding to emails as soon as possible this summer. I always tell my students during the semester within 24 hours. In the summer session, it will be sooner than that. Maybe on a weekend it might stretch to 24 hours, but during the week it will be much more speedy than that. So if you need to get in touch with me, you can certainly email me and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. I anticipate being online quite a bit during the next 3.5 weeks, as you will be as well. The first thing that I would like to talk to you about is how you plan to succeed in the course. During a semester, I tell my students they need to spend at least 6 hours a week working on the course. And so in our course, where every day is a week, you should be thinking on average at least 6 hours a day to succeed in the course. You should complete the tasks in each module in the sequence in which they appear. So unless it says otherwise in the module, when you get the module, you'll see that there's a list of instructions. They're numbered and they describe a sequence for the things you need to do to complete the module. Please follow the instructions in each module. You need to contribute to the discussion forums within the allotted time window, and because we have a compressed semester, they are compressed windows. In the case of modules where I ask you to respond to peers, it's actually a 12-hour window for the posts. If I'm not asking you to respond to somebody, it's a 24-hour window. But again, it's a very speedy semester, so you'll need to plan to know when those due dates are. They're all on the syllabus, and to make sure that you're contributing in the assigned window. Otherwise, you won't receive credit for your contributions. Remember that writing is a process, and in a writing course, it's important that you participate in the process. We're going to be doing a lot of work, and some of it is scaffolded work leading you toward a completed draft of an assignment. So it is important that you participate in that scaffolding, even though we're doing it in a compressed time frame. The things that I ask you to do build toward the skills I'm asking you to complete in the formal writing assignments. So it's important that you do peer review. It's important that you do outlining. It's important you do the things that I ask you to do, so that you can accomplish what you need to accomplish in the graded assignments. Don't fall behind in the reading. Since it's a summer course, really don't fall behind in the reading. We just don't have any extra time. If you don't complete the reading, you're not going to be able to participate in the discussions, and that will very quickly affect your grade in an online course. The last thing you should know is that I do not give incomplete grades, so your grade is due, or it will be based on the work that you've completed at the end of the term, whatever that is. So please make sure that you plan to complete all of the coursework on time, and be aware of how quickly the summer course will move. In terms of the course readings, we have two things that go on in the course. A lot of the content-specific course readings are available as PDFs under the Readings tab the on the Blackboard site. You'll see them when you log on. The other thing that isn't up there is the recommended handbook, and the Bedford people have just released, just within the last month or so, a brand new handbook. It's now the 9th edition. It was the 8th edition. Now it's the 9th edition. It's an expensive book. It is not required. If you can afford it, it is useful. I prefer to have the handbook as opposed to having to use online resources. But if you can't afford it, it's okay. You'll be fine. There is a free online handbook at www.dianahacker.com/resdoc that has what you need to get you through the course. I also have a link to that under the course resources on the Blackboard site. So again, I recommend the book. If you can't afford it, don't worry about it. You will be okay. Here are the assignments. These assignments should be the same no matter which section of 303 or Writing 300 actually so 301, 302, or 303 that you sign up for, they are determined by the department. So there are two essays, Essay 1 and Essay 2, which are each worth 15% of the final grade. Essay number 1 is a 3 to 4 page synthesis essay on the course readings. Essay 2 is a 4 to 5 page argumentative essay responding to the course readings. Then we begin what's the big work of the course, and that's the research paper. So the first thing you turn in is a research proposal where you propose a viable topic for your research paper. Then we will begin the annotated bibliography, and that's where you identify and annotate 5 sources that can be used in your research paper. And then finally, you're turning in the research paper. You put it through a couple of different revisions before you turn it in for grading, and it is an 8 to 10 page paper that must include at least 8 secondary sources that you identify through research. It is worth 40% of your final grade. There's also a final. It's worth 5% of your final grade. It's not something to worry about until it's time to do it. It's a final reflection. It's not something you need to study for or worry about in any way until the end of the course. And then 10% of your grade is participation, which in this course takes the form of your participation in group wiki assignments and posts to the class discussion board, as well as participation in peer review. Your participation grade is the percentage of points received out of points possible, and the points that are possible are listed on the syllabus. The next thing I want to talk to you about is the schedule. The schedule is such that modules will be released the day before you begin them by 10 p.m. So, for example, the first day of class is June 2nd. It would be no later than 10 p.m. on June 1st that the module would be made available to you. The assignments are due on the dates and times listed on the syllabus. I will also remind you of the due dates in the modules, due dates and due times. And you have assignments, some of them are due at 10 a.m., some of them are due at 10 p.m., so you need to pay attention whether it says a.m. or p.m. And make sure you get it in on time. Individual assignments are submitted via SafeAssign. I have a tutorial that can show you how to do that. Class discussions take place on the class discussion forums. There will always be a link to the appropriate forum accompanying the module instructions. Then group assignments are used completing the wiki tool that's available to groups. Your course is divided into groups that work collaboratively to create wiki assignments. And again, there is a video tutorial that will show you how to do that with that is released to you the first time I'm asking you to do that. The next thing I want to talk to you about is where everything is. When you get onto the course site, as you certainly are now and have already found, no doubt, the Start Here tab, there are links to different materials. So under course information, Start Here has this video. It also has the syllabus. It also has some basic information about the course. Under the announcements tab will appear, surprisingly enough, the announcements. I use the announcements tool on Blackboard pretty extensively to alert the class to what's going on, what's due, what's coming up, reminding people of deadlines, etc. And I always, in addition to posting the announcement, I send the announcement out as an email. So I anticipate getting a lot of announcements emails from me. The last thing that's there under the course information tab is my contact information. There you will again have my email address. You will also have my cell phone number and the guidelines for calling me on my cell phone. Please don't hesitate to call me on my phone. It's absolutely fine. Students do all the time. It's difficult in an online class, I think, because sometimes you feel like the instructor is far away. So if you need to hear a human voice, please don't hesitate to call me. I'm happy to talk to you. It's a cell phone, so if I can't pick it up, I won't. So please never call me and say you're sorry, you are bothering me. You're not. As the semester gets underway, I'm also going to make available some conference time for you on Skype. So I'm going to take a survey to see what would be the best times for us to do those things. The next thing I want to point you toward are the learning materials. The learning materials in this course include the course readings, which are the readings that I ask you to complete, um, that are related to the first two essays, and sort of set the tone for the content of the course. There's another tab that has a link to videos. There are some videos that are assigned, a couple of video lectures, as well as a documentary that I ask students to view, and those are available under the video tabs. Then there is the link to writing assignments, which will be the link to the assignments that you complete for grading through SafeAssign. And then the tab for the learning modules really is the meat of the course. That's where you go to access the instructions for what you're doing for every day. Um, then there's the Learning Together tab, and that has the link to the class discussions and the course groups. And then finally, there is the Course Resources tab, and which you can't see here because I couldn't get it to take a full shot. But the Course Resource tab includes links to general writing resources like the Hacker Handbook. It includes a link to York College learning resources like the Writing Center, as well as to Blackboard tools and Blackboard support. So those are all additional resources you can use to help yourself succeed in the class. The last thing I want to talk to you about just a bit is the course modules, and I apologize, the pictures here are all from a semester version of the course, but the point is really the same. When you open up the Learning Modules tab, you're going to see a menu that looks kind of like this right here. And um, as they become available to you, you'll be able to see them. Anyway, you just click, click right here, click, click, and it will open it up, and you'll have the first part of it will be the instructions. It will tell you everything to do. On the instructions page, if there is something that is based on the web to which I could hyperlink, like most of the tutorials are actually housed on YouTube, you'll see like right here, this is a hyperlink. You would click on that and it would open up a new window and take you to the tutorial. Unfortunately, there's not a platform in Blackboard that allows me to include both course links and hyperlinks. I tried for like weeks. It just doesn't work. So underneath the list of instructions right here, so down here, you'll see these. These are course links. So like here, if you click on this one, disability module 1, it would take you to the discussion board for disability. If you click here, diagnostic essay, click, it would take you to the safe assignment for the diagnostic essay. So anything like a discussion board or a course rating or an assignment, there will be course links underneath the module instructions. So if you have any questions about how to navigate it, please let me know. I think that's it. I'm looking forward to a great summer semester with you. Again, if you have questions, please contact me right away, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Do remember to stay on track and make sure that during the next 3.5 weeks that you give this class your full effort. I know it might be a little bit painful, but it will be over quickly.